everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Bears coming in at 8-5, going up against the Packers, who come in at 9-4. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be taken out by their second-year quarterback out of UCLA, Brett Hundley.
Loaded with talent and potential. Probably the best thing that happened for him in 2015 was not having to play. Got to sit, observe, watch, and no better guy to watch than Aaron Rodgers in order to get your game better.
Throwing, Hundley. And right away, he lost the football. Now Hundley to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. I'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Pernell McPhee's a strong run-stuffing outside linebacker who's beginning to blossom as a pass rusher.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran QB out of Michigan State. It's Brian Hoyer.
You have to give him a ton of credit throughout his NFL career. Undrafted, found his way into the league as a starter, and displays an amazing amount of toughness mentally and physically in trying to make his way in the NFL.
This is Kadeem Carey. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And with this offense, one guy to key in on defensively is Kevin White.
Had to battle injuries at the start of his career, but boy, he's ready to pull him as an absolute beast downfield.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Carey. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down. They'll run with Carey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This is Carey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Surveying the field. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football.
If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And we put our attention now on the defense for the Packers. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real, okay? As you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
They'll begin the drive with Carey. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now Hoyer drops it off for Carey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Now Carey. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. Hoyer. He's got time. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go here on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Hoyer. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is they went
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Throwing, Hundley. Under pressure, they got him again.
Holding offense. The penalty is declined.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Hundley. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Here's Tim Mastay now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get 1 step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
Carry now. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Back to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. Well, it was second long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. segment coming up in 2 minutes. We'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They go play action here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Back to throw here. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
Now give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll look to throw here. Darrell Young, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they just...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. The pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Tracy Porter with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline, now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. Hoyer. Penalty marker is down here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Hoyer. Going for a right side here. Complete. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Hoyer. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will make it 6-0. 2 field goals now for Robbie Gould, a guy who made his 244th career field goal on the opening drive of last year, making him the all-time leader in Bears history.
Yeah, he doesn't make a lot of headlines, but he's been a very dependable kicker for the Bears over the course of these last few years.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Packers have it at the 14. Their hurry throw would be picked off. McPhee's in position, and he's the one who comes away with the ball. Down to late in the second. So going to get to the QB once again. This ends up as a loss of 12.
Okay, Larry, thank you. No touchdowns in our first half. What will we see in half number 2? Time to find out. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A handoff to Carey to start the drive. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to think my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender is bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Defense.
Throwing, Hundley. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you'd think, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing is Jackson. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you. And it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
And he's got room. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they got 29 yards there. And it'll be a Chicago first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now Mason, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Dayton Jones makes the stop defensively. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Bellamy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Jackson now. Wide open receiver complete. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soul. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we beat 4. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second down now after the incompletion. Now Hundley. And there's a flag on the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll drop to throw. Fighting through. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they'll go on the ground. And a nice spin into some open field. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And a short gain here down to the 22. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Hoyer letting one go deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
And Gould is able to put it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw. He completes it middle of the field to Janis. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
That's caught at the 3. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. It'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on off.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews, in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Hoyer. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the field and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. They run again with Starks. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They come out here in the eye, and they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Tim Mastay now, as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. And there's a flag on the play. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Finding time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
Back to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Zach Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
And part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Out in the flat for Starks. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss.
and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible, and I think maybe even quarterback sneak. Take care of the football and make sure that clock starts to run before they call the timeout.
We'll see what they do. A gain of 32 that time.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Well, you always hate to lose, obviously, but a division loss stings just a touch more for many reasons.
That's because you have too much familiarity. It's almost like battling your brother or your neighborhood rival. You know them so well, and they get to lord it over you just a little bit longer.
And there's only a select amount of teams in the divisions. There's only 4, and so when you go back and forth so often, there is that familiarity. It just makes it hurt, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and when you're thinking long range and you're thinking playoffs, winning your division is the way to get to the playoffs.
So for the Bears, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Washington Redskins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win. We say so long from Soldier Field.